Hi there! In this video, we'll take a detailed look into the citizen application of RebuildTheChain Pandemic Management System. The design, look, and feel of the application is completely customizable based on the local government policies and requirements. This is the home screen of the application. You can see a green bar at the top, which indicates that the user is currently in a safe location. The application checks the user's current location using GPS data and compares this data with the data of hot zones detected by the system. So currently, the user is in a safe location, and if they travel near to a hot zone, the status changes to red color, and alerts are sent to the user to stay away from the hot zone. In the section below, you can see some key statistics of the total number of cases, the number of recovered cases, and the total number of deaths occurred in the region of the user. Below that, you can see official updates and information related to the pandemic. This information is pushed from the back-end admin dashboard. This is a way of publishing authentic and reliable information to the users so that they are not misguided by fake news in social media. One of the main features of the application is the self-diagnosis, using which the user can do a high-level self-diagnosis to check if they are infected with the disease. To do the self-diagnosis, the user has to register to the application using their phone number. An OTP is sent to the user to complete the registration process. After verification, the user is presented with a few questions. The user can provide answers to the questions. Once all questions are answered, the user is directed to this page, from where they can add their personal information such as name, age, identification photo, etc. Here, the user can opt in to enable contact tracing feature so that the application can log the IDs of people who come near to the user so that this data can be used to alert the user if they are primary or second contact of a patient. The user can read the terms and conditions of the app if they wish to, and once they accept the terms and conditions, they can submit the self-diagnosis report. After submitting, the application calculates the health risk of the user. Here, you can see that the user is having a high risk of infection and prompts the user to visit the nearby healthcare center. After clicking the Done button, a digital health card is generated for the user. This is the digital health card, which is essentially a QR code and a color-coded label which indicates the risk score of the user. This particular user is having high risk, which is represented by a red color health card. If the user is having a low risk, the health card would be green color. The threat alert feature of the application helps the user to stay away from infected people, primary/secondary contacts, as well as pandemic hot zones. When a person with a high risk score comes near to a user, the app will ring alerts and notify the user about the nearby threat. With this alert, the user can stay away from the high-risk person. Similarly, if the user is traveling nearby a pandemic hot zone, the app alerts the user to stay away from that place to stay safe. The app creates a 50-meter virtual geofence to keep the user safe from potential infections. All users can do daily tests from the application to check their risk score. After clicking the Daily Test button, the user is directed to the test. In the test, the user is presented with a series of questions. After taking the test, the user can submit the responses, which will be sent to the analytics engine to calculate the risk score and update the health card status if any change in risk score is detected. The user can also browse through the symptoms of the disease to get a better awareness of it. Clicking on the View Symptoms button, the user is provided with detailed and authentic information about the disease and its symptoms. The application also has a module to test the immunity of the user. Here, the user will be asked several questions to check their immunity level. Based on the responses, the health card status will be updated if any change in risk score is detected. The user can also check the regions affected by the pandemic in this map. This helps the user to be aware of the micro as well as macro hot zones nearby them so that they can stay away from these places. Hot Zone Map can also be accessed from the nav bar at the bottom of the app here. The app also includes an FAQ section. From here, the user can browse through the common questions and answers related to the pandemic. This can help the user to be aware of authentic information and not be misguided with any fake news. In the Updates tab, users can see the updates and announcements published by the local health department of government agencies. The Support tab lists the contact numbers and other details of the help centers nearby the user. The user can also search for a different location to get the details of help centers present in that location. That's pretty much all about the citizen application of Rebuild the Chain Pandemic Management System. Thank you for watching.